you and me have all been in the meetings in Malakayam and the national MDC meetings, and eventually we were able to start off with the Mineral Resources Development Plan. This meeting is effective because when Governor Tinana came in, I met with her and we discussed with her. Incidentally and unfortunately, I was not in Cebu. That is a protocol issue and I don't want to go into that. But she felt there is need for her to have a copy of the draft plan for her to take a look and also get some feedback. Did you give her? Yeah, I've given her a copy of the draft plan. And there are some issues that are coming up which I feel is important. Yeah, I give my own part of the technical advice, and it's up to the programs to either accept or reject. The political implications are not definitely beyond my control. But at least the technical implications should be there. So I felt it's important I just brief you how far we've gone with the mineral plan. And then I've told Tina that I'm going to meet with her again over some of the ticking issues. But it's good to follow the process of you being aware of how far we've gone as the chairman of the environment activity. So Dr. Monteros of NGB happened to be the facilitator during that workshop, and then participants were drawn from the provincial health office, the Department of Education, the police also presented their own crime and order situation, and then the armed forces for the Philippines too also presented their own version of the peace and order situation and other things like that. So it was fully represented. And we were happy. The Provincial Mineral Resources Development Management Committee. That is the one where you are the chairman. The other committee. And at the end of the seminar workshop, we felt that to really get facts in the field, it's good to do a benchmarking exercise, so that whatever information we get in the field could become part of the mineral plan. So actually, the purpose of the field exercise was a kind of assessing good and inadequate practices of mining operations, particularly in the Karaga region, so that we will be able to replicate the good ones in the province, and the ones that are inadequate, people will see for themselves and be able to learn their lessons from. So actually that was the purpose of the benchmarking activity. So on 26th of March we were in Pilsaga, on 3rd of May we were in Taganito, and then on the 4th of May we were in Manila Mining Corporation, Surigao. And then on the 8th we were in Labimora. And then participants were all the members from the 14 municipalities. Members also participated. And then
all of the members.
I think the only one is like San Luis.
San Luis and Bayugan.
And Bayugan, we're the only ones.
Most of the members.
But San Luis came for the seminar workshop, mind.
Because the member of Bayugan is campaigning during the time.
Nag-resign man. Limpoos.
So basically, and then Peru LGU, then officials of affected mining operations also were there, because we wanted them to see for themselves what is happening in other mining areas.
Officials of affected mining operations, which
Labimora was there, Pilsaga was represented, Labimora was represented. That is within the province here. And in any of the mining companies we visited, the officials also attended the briefing.
Including local executive executives. Okay.
Yeah, and then when we came back, what we felt we could do was to now do the consolidation of the data to give us what looks like a draft plan that is based on the information we got in the field and the seminar workshop. We put them together to present what looks like a draft plan. So we came back, and then I started the drafting of the mineral plan. And actually, the outline of the mineral plan, what happened at the end of that exercise, what I did was now to craft the mineral plan together, put all the information together, and then go back again to the stakeholders, go back to Pilsaga to discuss with Colonel Abdal, go back to Labimora, go back to some of the mayors. So the current exercise is like now meeting some of the stakeholders that were actually not in the seminar workshop, and they have not been able to have their say as chief executives of their LGUs. So presenting, this is what we have already, what is your view? What additional information do you have to add, and what are your own concerns? So that is what we are doing. So because somebody like Colonel Adimora was not there, I mean Colonel Abdal, the mayors were not there, even though their mayors were there. But sometimes that is also a very tricky aspect of a plan that sometimes people overlook. Because like the governor will not be there, but maybe somebody in planning was there. But there are some of his own concerns that may not be fully reflected and represented by yeah. So that is why it's always important to get back to some of these key people. So we have also been to NGB to chat to engineer and some of director of NGB, just wanting to have a feel of, are we really doing the right thing, and are people's views actually reflected and all that stuff. And you remember that was why I wrote a letter to you. I wanted to also sort of get your own view, but it's like, you were not in the proper picture of where you are here. And then, so they actually, so in the mineral plan, what we have in mind is that in the end, there should be a resolution by the SP. Adopting the plan.
Resolution
adopting the plan. So there should be a Sangonia resolution. There should be a message from the provincial governor. We are acknowledging all the people who actually took part in the plan, and then the table of contents with a list of tables, list of figures, list of obligations, and then the introduction is there. Basically about how the plan came about, the project proposal, and then the content, or the holistic content of the mineral plan. Just a brief introduction telling us about what the plan is all about. And then chapter 2 would be the situational analysis. But mind you, before then I presented the plan to Pendo LGU for editing, because I also want them to contribute in terms of the structure. What kind of structure do they really want? And after that, we have been able to represent the structure the way they wanted. So part of what you're seeing here is the contribution depending in terms of the structure of how they want the plan to really look like. And then, so we have the situational analysis. And under situational analysis, we are talking of the historical background of Agusan, so the geographic profile, land use profile, demographic profile, socioeconomic profile, infrastructure utilities and facilities. And these things are really very, very important because, even though today we don't really have a very good stronghold when it comes to the mining industry in the province, but because it is an agenda of the national government, if you really want to partner with the national government, then at some point in time you just have to adopt some of the national policies. That's part of. So we feel that if in the near future, if an investor is actually coming to the province, he would like to get that kind of background of what the province really look like, and that is why the multi-sectorial collaboration is very important. And some of these actually come from the different sectors, the other sectors apart from the review. Then there is a section on governance and stakeholders analysis. So it's like getting a view of what kind of governance, the government structure of the province, and how this government structure collaborates with stakeholders in terms of development. So there is a section on that. And then there is also a section on trends and prospects in the mining industry. What is the current trend? What are some of the prospects we have? Because, mind you, one of the big issues now is that we don't have data, mining data in the province. And on the basis of that, it's difficult to really work out the prospects, even though there are prospects, based on what local people are doing. We know that there's prospects in the mining industry. There is bromide, there is gold, there is copper, but quantifying this ores is on a very large scale is still an issue.